What's the best memory of 50 Cent?
Best memory of 50 Cent? Ever since I met 50 Cent, he's always been stand-up and probably the most truthful person I've ever met. You know, everything he tells me, he stands on it.
Don't be walking around with this shit by yourself.
I'm walking around with you. I'm only walking around with you with that motherfucker on. If I ain't with you, I don't want it.
This shit come with the Draco. This shit come with the Draco.
Come with the Draco.
But look, 50. Boy, I see you struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was gonna be able to do it. You thought you was gonna be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long?
I wasn't gonna address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
What if I told you 50 Cent didn't just put Lil Meech on? He practically handed him a legacy, then watched him throw it all away and walk straight into the arms of his biggest enemy? This isn't just betrayal. It's personal, it's messy, and it's all unraveling in front of our eyes. Welcome back to Fame Crate, where the glitz gets stripped and the truth gets told. Let's unpack this bombshell. Years ago, 50 Cent took a gamble most wouldn't. He didn't just cast Lil Meech in the BMF series, he built him. Paid for 2 years of private acting school, out of pocket. Funded the revival of the BMF brand with millions in clean legal dollars. Even wired over $5 million to the Flannery family. It wasn't charity, it was business, it was mentorship, it was legacy building. But somewhere along the way, that legacy got complicated.
Don't be walking around with this shit by yourself.
I'm walking around with you. I'm only walking around with you with that motherfucker on. If I ain't with you, I don't want it.
This shit come with the Draco. This shit come with the Draco.
Come with the Draco.
Still, this shit come with the Draco.
Yeah. What you think about it, though, Fire? How I feel?
This shit feel good. Wait, get the straps.
See, 50 didn't blast this out to the world. He played the background, built the empire, watched Lil Meech rise to fame, then, boom, Big Meech gets released. And the first public photo? He's smiling beside Rick Ross, 50's longtime rival. Ouch. Fans expected a reunion tour, a docu-series, something. Instead, Ross swoops in with a welcome home concert and a designer bag. Meanwhile, 50's standing there like, wait, what? According to 50, that $5 million, gone. No investment, no returns, no thank you. Just jewelry, parties, and $500 promo videos. Yes, you heard that right.
What's the best memory of 50 Cent?
Best memory of 50 Cent? Ever since I met 50 Cent, he's always been stand-up and probably the most truthful person I've ever met. You know, everything he tells me, he stands on it. You know, and that's important in life, loyalty and morals, and actually meaning what you say.
I love that.
And ever since I've known him, he's always meant what he says.
Hell yeah.
Shout out 50 Cent.
50 even clowned it on IG. Big Screech got Meech doing promos, $500 a pop, get yours while it lasts. Then he dropped a fake GoFundMe. Help Big Screech pay $30,000 a month for his Airbnb. Pure 50, petty, precise, and painfully hilarious. But behind the jokes was real hurt. This wasn't just a Hollywood fallout. This was a story of family, fame, and the moment everything cracked under the weight of both.
I got a text from some very credible dudes who said they pressed 50 to take down all the Big Meech posts, right? Once again, I got the text, I read it out loud, I was on.
Let's be clear. 50 Cent didn't just invest in Lil Meech, he believed in him. He took a kid with no acting experience and said, "You're not just gonna play your father, you're going to carry his name into a new era." 2 years of private acting school, paid for, housing, paid for, set training, professional coaching, press tours, all funded by 50. He wasn't just giving Meech a role, he was giving him a future, a shot at becoming more than just Big Meech's son. And while the world applauded the BMF series, 50 was quietly carrying the weight of making sure it didn't all fall apart behind the scenes. But behind the lights and cameras, things were going left. Lil Meech started slipping, showing up to set under the influence, throwing up during a weapons training scene. Crew members noticed, even co-star Russell Hornsby reportedly flagged it. Then came the nitrous oxide canisters, the whippets found in his truck. And it wasn't just a one-time thing. 50 stepped in like a real mentor, tried to pull Lil Meech back in line, even sent his mother Mimi to rehab, told her to stop spending, told Meech to stop the reckless behavior, but instead of gratitude, he got resentment. Meech didn't see 50 as a mentor anymore. He saw him as someone trying to control him, and when 50 finally unfollowed him on Instagram, Lil Meech took it personal. But ask yourself, was it really about the unfollow, or was it the truth finally catching up? Because when someone has poured millions into your career, built your platform, protected your image, cleaned up your mistakes, and your response is to run to their enemies, that's not just a business decision, that's personal. And the moment Lil Meech sat courtside with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather, two of 50's biggest rivals. Any hope of reconciliation was officially dead. No loyalty, no thank you, no nod to the man who resurrected your family name. It was the ultimate betrayal, not just of a friend, but of the only person who believed in you when the industry didn't. And it left one haunting question hanging in the air. Did Meech choose his father, or did he choose fame? Now here's where things get murky and dark. We all assumed Big Meech would come home and step into the empire that 50 and Lil Meech had been carefully building in his honor. But what if that wasn't the plan? What if Meech Sr. didn't like the idea of watching his son become the face of a brand he built from concrete and chaos? What if, deep down, Big Meech resented being replaced? Think about it. He spent nearly 2 decades behind bars while his legacy was turned into primetime entertainment. His name, his empire, repackaged, produced, and praised, with 50 Cent pulling the strings and Lil Meech in the spotlight.
I wasn't going to address this because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me. So I'm doing this for my loved ones and the support of my friends and family to come out to the Amaran Arena, February 13th.
Imagine coming home and seeing your son celebrated for betraying you. Your son wearing the chains, taking interviews, giving fans the BMF experience, while you, the real architect, sat in a halfway house with none of the power and all of the memories. That's a hard pill to swallow. And maybe, just maybe, Big Meech didn't want to swallow it. So instead of rejoining the team, he flips the script. He aligns with Rick Ross, 50's arch nemesis. He shows up at concerts, smiles in photos, picks sides, and suddenly it's not 50's BMF anymore. It's his again. It's a chess move, calculated, cold, and possibly coordinated from day one. Because what if Lil Meech didn't just betray 50 Cent? What if he was the pawn and Big Meech was the one moving pieces from the shadows all along? A quiet power shift. A father reclaiming his crown, even if it means burning bridges to do it. Not out of hate, but out of pride, out of pain. The tragedy? He might have torched the very future he was trying to recapture. And now the BMF legacy teeters between redemption and complete ruin. So what do you think really happened? Was this betrayal? Or was it a silent war brewing all along? A power move from behind the prison walls? Drop your thoughts below. We read every comment. And if you want the raw truth behind Hollywood's power games, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss the story behind the story. This one, it's far from over.